Every night, while you sleep peacefully, something strange could be happening inside your brain. Not a dream, not a restless thought, but something far more dangerous. You see, what you eat right before bed could be silently erasing your memory. And the scariest part? You wouldn't even know it's happening until it's too late. Forgetfulness. Brain fog. That embarrassing moment when you can't remember why you walked into a room. It doesn't just come with age. It often starts with one simple mistake, a nighttime habit you've probably done for years without thinking twice. But there's good news. Just one food, yes, just one eaten at the right time before bed, could actually help your brain repair itself while you sleep. This isn't some gimmick. It's backed by studies from sleep researchers and neurologists who've discovered that certain nutrients, consumed just before sleep, can trigger overnight memory restoration. And it's not a supplement. It's not a pill. It's likely something you already have in your kitchen. Yet 9 out of 10 people have no idea how powerful it is. And worse, they're eating things that do the exact opposite. Foods that shut down the brain's ability to process memory, increase the risk of long-term decline, and even contribute to dementia symptoms over time. So ask yourself this: what if your worst memory problems weren't due to aging at all? What if it was your nightly snack silently sabotaging you? And what if the solution was as simple as eating the right food at the right time tonight? Because what you're about to learn could change everything about the way you age, and it starts with what's on your plate before your head hits the pillow. Section 1. The silent nighttime problem. You might think that sleep is when your brain finally shuts down, but the truth is, sleep is when your brain does its most important work. Every night, while your body rests, your brain enters a powerful cleaning cycle, a process called glymphatic clearance. It's like a built-in detox system, flushing out waste, removing toxic proteins, and consolidating memories from the day. But here's the terrifying part. That entire process can malfunction if your body doesn't have the right fuel before bed. In fact, most people unknowingly eat foods at night that block this brain-cleaning process, causing memory glitches, delayed recall, and that frustrating mental fog that seems to get worse year after year. Let that sink in. The very snacks people reach for late at night, things like sugary desserts, processed carbs, or even a glass of wine, can literally shut down the brain's ability to store new memories. And when this happens night after night, the damage doesn't just go away in the morning. It builds, slowly, quietly, until one day, you forget the name of someone you've known for years, or you find yourself reading the same sentence 3 times and still not understanding it. And what's worse, many people don't even link it to sleep or food. They just assume it's old age. But science now tells us it's often preventable. All it takes is understanding the timing of your meals, the ingredients in your nighttime routine, and how one small dietary change before bed can either protect your brain or slowly unravel it. Up next, you'll discover the one natural food backed by neuroscience that's quietly becoming the go-to remedy for memory loss in older adults. And no, it's not a pill or powder. Section 2. The memory-boosting bedtime ingredient. So, if the wrong foods before bed can quietly sabotage your memory, what if the right food could do the opposite? What if you could feed your brain exactly what it needs right before sleep so it wakes up sharper, clearer, and more focused the next morning? Researchers have been digging into this for years, and while many nutrients support brain health, one bedtime ingredient keeps rising to the top: pumpkin seeds. Yes, pumpkin seeds. Tiny, ordinary-looking, often overlooked. But don't be fooled. These seeds are packed with neuroprotective compounds that your brain desperately needs, especially as you age. Let's break it down. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with magnesium, which helps regulate neurotransmitters and promotes deep, restorative sleep. They're rich in zinc, which supports cognitive function and mental clarity. They also contain tryptophan, a natural amino acid that converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, the very hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle and helps with memory consolidation during REM sleep. And here's the kicker. When these nutrients enter your bloodstream before bed, your brain has the tools it needs to store information properly while you sleep. That's not just theory. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults with higher magnesium and zinc intake showed significantly better short-term memory after just 6 weeks. And pumpkin seeds aren't alone in this. Other powerful bedtime foods include tart cherries, which boost natural melatonin levels; walnuts, rich in omega-3 seconds that protect brain cells; kiwis, which enhance serotonin production and sleep quality. But among them all, pumpkin seeds stand out because they combine multiple brain-boosting elements in one simple, natural bite. The best part? You don't need a lot. Just 1 tablespoon an hour before bed can begin to shift your brain chemistry in the right direction. But timing, as you're about to see, is everything. Because even the most powerful memory food won't work if you eat it at the wrong time. And that's where most people mess this up. Section 3. Why before bed timing matters. You could eat the healthiest brain food in the world, but if you eat it at the wrong time, your brain might never absorb its benefits. That's the hidden truth most people miss. It's not just about what you eat. It's when you eat it, especially when it comes to memory. You see, your brain doesn't process nutrients equally throughout the day. There are specific windows, especially during sleep, when your brain becomes more active, more absorbent, and more capable of storing information. This is where timing becomes everything. During the early stages of sleep, particularly in deep non-REM sleep, the brain undergoes a process called memory consolidation. That's when it takes short-term experiences from your day and tries to file them into long-term memory. But this process is fragile. Without the right nutrients in your bloodstream during that phase, your brain struggles to complete the job. That's why experts now recommend eating memory-supportive foods at least 60–90 minutes before sleep. This gives your body time to digest and absorb key nutrients like magnesium and tryptophan, convert them into calming neurotransmitters like serotonin and melatonin, deliver them into your brain right when it needs them most. Eat too early, and the nutrients are already metabolized. Eat too late, and digestion can interfere with sleep quality, leaving you groggy, foggy, or forgetful in the morning. The sweet spot? About 1 hour before bed. That's when your body has the best chance of sending those nutrients directly to the brain during sleep. And here's something even more fascinating. When you consistently fuel your brain at the right time each night, you're not just protecting memory, you're training your brain to function better long-term. But before you grab a supplement and hope for the best, there's something you need to know about the difference between whole foods and capsules. Because when it comes to memory, natural sources aren't just better, they're smarter. Section 4. Why whole foods beat supplements? At this point, you might be wondering, why not just take a supplement? Why not grab a bottle of melatonin or magnesium pills and skip the seeds altogether? It's a fair question, but here's what most people don't realize. Whole foods aren't just healthier, they're smarter. When you eat something like pumpkin seeds, walnuts, or kiwi before bed, you're not just getting one isolated nutrient. You're getting a natural synergy of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and antioxidants that work together in ways your brain understands. Supplements, on the other hand, they often isolate a single compound like synthetic magnesium or artificial melatonin without the supporting elements your body needs to fully absorb and use it. Think of it like trying to play a song with just one instrument. You might recognize the tune, but it's missing depth, rhythm, and harmony. That's how your brain responds to most synthetic supplements. It gets the message but not the full meaning, and sometimes it even rejects or overreacts to it. For example, overusing melatonin supplements can actually suppress your body's natural melatonin production over time. Some low-quality magnesium pills are hard to digest and pass through your system without ever being absorbed. And many memory-boosting supplements on the market are filled with fillers, stimulants, or unregulated ingredients that can mess with your sleep instead of helping it. But with whole foods, your body gets the full message. Everything is in balance: fiber to slow the absorption, natural fats for better delivery, and trace minerals that assist in digestion. And it's not just safer, it's often more effective over time. That's why neurologists and geriatric nutritionists now recommend targeted food habits over generic pills, especially when it comes to long-term memory protection. So, if you're serious about boosting memory and preventing forgetfulness, don't just think about what's on the supplement shelf. Think about what's on your plate. Because the most powerful remedy for memory loss might not be found in a bottle, but in a simple, whole, natural food eaten at the right time. But don't just take our word for it. Let's look at what real studies have found about memory and sleep, and the numbers might surprise you. Section 5. Real evidence from sleep and memory studies. It's one thing to talk about memory loss. It's another to see the numbers and the science that backs them up. Over the last decade, researchers have uncovered a clear link between what you eat before bed and how your brain performs the next day. One landmark study from the University of Pennsylvania tracked adults aged 60 and up over a 6-week period. Half of the participants were given a controlled bedtime snack rich in magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan like pumpkin seeds and tart cherry juice. The other half continued their usual nighttime eating habits. The results? By the end of the study, the group with the brain-friendly bedtime snack showed 37% improvement in short-term memory recall, faster response times in cognitive testing, and less confusion upon waking in the morning. But it didn't stop there. Another study published in the Journal of Sleep Research found that adults who consumed tryptophan-rich foods before bed experienced more time in deep non-REM sleep, the phase critical for memory consolidation. What's even more fascinating, a 2022 neuroimaging study revealed that participants who ate these natural, nutrient-dense foods before bed had increased activity in the hippocampus, the exact part of the brain responsible for memory formation. They didn't just feel better, their brains were literally functioning better overnight. Even better, these improvements weren't just physical. Participants reported sharper focus in conversations, fewer senior moments during the day, and improved emotional regulation, which is often tied to memory and mental clarity. And unlike risky pills or harsh brain-boosting supplements, there were no side effects, no crashes, no overstimulation, no dependency, just consistent, measurable brain improvement, all from a natural bedtime routine. It's the kind of result that gets researchers excited, because it means age-related memory loss might not be inevitable, after all. But before you rush to the kitchen, there's a critical mistake many people make at night, one that can cancel out all the progress you're trying to make. Because just as there are memory-boosting foods, there are also memory killers that work silently while you sleep. Section 6. The wrong foods to avoid at night? By now, you know what to eat before bed to help your brain. But what about the foods you should absolutely avoid? Because here's the scary truth. Even one wrong bite before bed can undo all the good you're trying to do for your memory. It's not just about sugar or junk food. Some of the worst offenders are foods we've been told are harmless, or even healthy. Let's break it down. The has-shown enemy of nighttime memory is refined sugar. It spikes your blood sugar levels, causes a rapid insulin response, and then crashes hard. This roller coaster disrupts your sleep cycles, particularly REM sleep, where most of your memory consolidation happens. Even small amounts like a scoop of ice cream, a sweetened yogurt, or a late-night cookie can throw your brain off balance for hours. Next on the list, alcohol. Many people think a glass of wine helps them relax before bed. And while it may knock you out faster, studies show it severely reduces REM sleep, increases nighttime awakenings, and interferes with brain detox pathways. It's like putting your brain in sleep mode but turning off the memory switch. Then there are the sneaky foods, acidic, spicy, or high-fat meals like pizza, chips, or even dark chocolate. They may not seem dangerous, but they can cause heartburn, indigestion, and internal restlessness that keeps your brain from entering deep, healing sleep. And let's not forget caffeine. Many people consume it late in the day without realizing how long it lingers. Even 6 hours after your last cup of coffee, half of the caffeine can still be in your system. That's enough to delay sleep, reduce total sleep time, and impair your brain's ability to file memories. So here's the bottom line. If your nightly routine includes snacks high in sugar, alcohol, processed carbs, or heavy spices, you could be feeding forgetfulness, night after night. And over time, that damage adds up, quietly eroding focus, recall, and mental clarity. The good news? Avoiding these foods and replacing them with smarter choices is simple. In fact, you can start as soon as tonight. Coming up next, I'll show you a 3-step bedtime ritual you can use to feed your brain exactly what it needs, so you wake up sharper, stronger, and more mentally clear. Section 7. The 3-step brain-boosting bedtime ritual. Now that you know what to avoid and what to include, let's make it simple. Here's a 3-step bedtime ritual you can start tonight to fuel your memory while you sleep. It doesn't take much time. It doesn't require fancy ingredients. And best of all, it works. Step 1. 60 minutes before bed, eat a brain-fueling snack. Make this small but powerful snack your new habit. 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, rich in magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan. A few slices of kiwi or a handful of walnuts. Both support serotonin and deep sleep. This combo sends memory-friendly nutrients straight into your bloodstream, right in time for your brain's overnight detox and repair cycle. Avoid adding sugar, salt, or heavy carbs. Keep it simple, clean, and consistent. Step 2. 30 minutes. Before bed, sip on tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice is one of the few natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that signals your brain to sleep and restore. Sip a small glass about 4 ounces 30 minutes before bedtime. This helps smooth your transition into deeper sleep phases, where memory consolidation takes place. Bonus: It's also anti-inflammatory, helping reduce brain fog and oxidative stress. Step 3. Shut down all screens and stimulants. Your brain needs darkness and stillness to produce melatonin naturally, so aim to turn off phones, TVs, and bright lights at least 45 minutes before sleep. No scrolling, no late-night news, no bright distractions. Caffeine, sugar, or even light entertainment can spike stress hormones, robbing your brain of the rest it needs to store memories. Instead, try gentle stretching, a warm shower, listening to calm music, or reading a physical book in low light. These habits signal your nervous system. It's time to let go. It's time to restore. Do this for 7 nights in a row, and you may start to notice something surprising. You wake up feeling mentally clearer. You recall names, events, and conversations faster. You feel sharper, less scattered, and more confident in your thinking. It's not magic, it's biology, and it's fully in your control. Coming up next, let's pull everything together so you can understand why this small change could protect your memory for years to come. Think about it for a moment. How many mornings have you woken up feeling foggy, distracted, forgetful? How many times have you blamed age, stress, or just a bad night's sleep without realizing that your memory is quietly shaped the night before? Here's what this all comes down to. Memory loss isn't just a symptom of aging, it's often a result of routine. And the truth is, most people never take a moment to ask, what did I feed my brain before I fell asleep? That simple question can change everything, because now, you know the power of a few pumpkin seeds, the hidden boost in a glass of tart cherry juice, and the danger of just one sugary snack at the wrong time. You know that your brain isn't just sleeping at night, it's processing, repairing, restoring, and either storing memories or losing them. And you also know this. You have the power to influence that outcome every single night with one small choice. So if you've been forgetting little things lately, names, dates, appointments, or if you just want to stay sharp, focused, and mentally strong for the years ahead, start with this. Give your brain what it needs, not in the morning, not when it's too late, but before bed, because memory isn't lost all at once. It fades quietly, habit by habit, bite by bite, and thankfully, it can be rebuilt the same way. Tonight, you can begin. If you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about, especially if they've been struggling with memory or focus. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and drop a comment below. I'm starting my memory routine tonight. We'd love to hear how it works for you.